back. Want to try to complete more Shadowbringers tonight. I'm hoping I can kind of get through most of this, if not all. I'm assuming I won't be able to get through all because these tend to get long towards the end of things. But we are at the level 79 quests. Last time when we left off, I had completed the role quests, just breezed through those, so now we're good to just blast through the rest of Shadowbringers and enjoy the rest of the story. As for the campaign, when we previously left off, there was a big reveal about the true identity of the Exarch, along with a betrayal that was not so surprising in nature, considering who it was from, and kidnapping. So now that we have been rather dim, is being overwhelmed by the light. We're trying to find out more about the Exarch before we go looking for him and try to solve things. So let's get started. Alright, Dim, you ready? Let's go talk to the people who know the Exarch. Oh, I did not expect to see you on your feet so soon. Surely you have not come in search of an Amaro. What do I know of the Crystal Exarch? I'm happy to share, but I fear there will be no surprising revelations. As any in this city could tell you, he is a man of wisdom and compassion, and many untold secrets. But none can doubt his generosity. When the Crystarium was being constructed, he even allowed folk to plunder the tower for resources. He has imposed no restrictions on us but one. No one except the Exarch is permitted to dwell within the spire. Many seasons past, a comrade of mine was bold enough to ask the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and says, because one day the crystal tower may vanish as suddenly as it arrived. Oof. Suspicious. So he doesn't want anyone to get vanished. Maybe that's because he was thinking it could end up triggering in the void or something. Since he was talking about taking himself and the light into the void. There we go, Cassard. Dhim'a, it's good to see you awake and alert, my friend. What's this about? You're not writing the Exarch's memoirs, are you? I'm not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoid asking too many questions. Unspoken rule and all that. If anyone has fresh insights to share, then it'd be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an eater attack not long after she was born, and the Exarch saw to her upbringing. Outward appearances aside, those two are like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine the news of his predicament has hit her doubly hard. Not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you do decide to talk to Lena, she'll be at her usual post at the Ascensor Gate. Maybe we should. Alright, one more to talk to. Hello, Moran. Oh, was there something else you needed? If you've come for the results of my research into this persistent light, I'm afraid there's little to tell as of yet. Want to know about the Exarch? Records pertaining to the Exarch? Well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of his history, if that is what interests you. Less than a decade has passed since the coming of the Flood. When the Crystal Tower first flashed into existence, its summoner, the Exarch himself, became known to the refugees in Lakeland soon thereafter. He welcomed all who sought out the spire, be they locals who had lost their homes, or Voberites fleeing their ruined kingdom, and together did they found the city which would become the Crystarium. Some thought to call him king, for he refused to share his name, but the summoner did not deem himself worthy of royal address. Thus did the people consider his scintillating skin so alike to the tower he had summoned, and bestowed upon him the title of Crystal Exarch. As for his true name, well, it would seem that is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. We know. We know. We know his name. We called it to him. My heart. Yeet! You know what? Let's just drive. Much faster. I had a friend tell me today that I should be turning in quests and stuff on a lower level class so that I can earn the experience for it. I'm kind of tempted to try it, especially because I want to continue leveling up Red Mage. But it's just, you know, I love Reaper, and I love going through the story as Reaper, and getting all the cutscenes as Reaper. It'd be a little bit strange to suddenly end up as in Red Mage in some of the cutscenes. Dhim'a, I was not told you had awoken. A welcome surprise. Now if only the Exarch was returned to us. He was taken by this rival of yours, was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea of where to find him, and so I bristled when they asked for patience. I did not understand their hesitation until I saw that you had fallen. Only then did I realize that I had no business rushing ahead. Even so, the delay has been no less agonizing. In the moments before he left to join you in Calusia, the Exarch entrusted me with a key. It opens the door to the ocular, to a chamber known as the Umbilicus. This room is the heart of the tower, into which only the Exarch himself is permitted to enter. He did bid me allow none into the tower once he had departed. Only in the event that an army of eaters descended upon the city was I to access the Umbilicus and awaken the defensive barrier. Never before had he left me with such instructions, but the battle with Vothri loomed near, and at the time I accepted the key without much thought. Since then, however, the moment is all that occupies my mind. When I recall the look upon his face, he knew that some terrible fate awaited him. Tell me, Dhim'a. I need to know what he feared. What battle you and your companions are truly fighting. I don't know if I can tell her. Forgive me. I trust in the Exarch, and I should not be voicing these doubts when he is not here to respond to them personally. But you have come to me with a question of your own, have you not? I see. I am not the only one who burns for answers. The time has come to open the tower's heart. Though we do not face an invasion of eaters, I suspect the city will be in far more dangers if you do not gain the knowledge you seek. Squeak chair. In his garden. And that there is why I'm concerned about swapping to Red Mage during turn-ins. Also, I'm kind of dumb and don't realize when the turn-ins are. Come, meet me in the ocular, and I will unlock the door within. Oh, back to the Chris area. Can't be bothered. Even though the walk is like 30 seconds, I'm going to teleport. Watch me teleport everywhere. Ooh, pretty fun. Yum. Master Dhim'a, the captain said to expect you.
I have unlocked the door to the umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
And fabulous booty indeed. Hello, Jack. Welcome to the cutscenes, you're just in time.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatia, then. By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star. Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
Feels indeed.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
Poor Rianche.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest. In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the river of time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes, and thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice. But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope! We are finished! Mankind is finished!" Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Sid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th umbral calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only man who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous. Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Sid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward. 'Tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was him. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, he would rise above. Where others would break and run, he would carry on. The warrior of light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow. In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were his deeds joyously retold. For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the warrior of light himself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. He was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to him. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me, but in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity, and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity, and make of it a portent. A prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the Rift.
Is this truly thy wish?
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would. And I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
Oh, so good.
Careful now.
He is the sweetest boy. He's so good. He's precious.
If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do?
Oh. What does Dim mean to do? Dim means to hunt him down. Gonna hunt down Emmett Silk.
Then we should be on our way. Diassian mentioned the Tempest, did he not? That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere. Hidden beneath the waves.
He's gonna get him. He's gonna get him so good. Gonna fight him. Go, Dim, go. Did you find the answers you sought? If there's nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door. You need some directions. You wish to know the way to the Tempest? You mean the sea itself, and not the island of Calusia. If you make a request to the Tamers, they will provide you with an Amaro, but... Dim Cena! Do you mean to leave right at this moment? Alone? I'm not sure that... Nay, I will not seek to stop you. Go with the blessings of the Shadow, and we will await your safe return. Yeah! Okay, I don't know how to figure out when the turn-in is for these, so that I can strategize to swap to Red Mage so I can get the experience points. This dude. Require an Amaro? Just a moment. I shall saddle our swiftest beast to fly you to the island. The open water? To the depths of the Tempest? Our Amaro can swim, yes, but to reach the ocean floor... They're like, but please, it needs to swim, sir. Oh, no. Oh, that's not good.
Ah, We have found thee.
Oh, hi guys! I wasn't going anywhere. I was staying
Word
right here.
reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste. Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
That's swagger.
I offer no excuses. When I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare. Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not? If thou canst forgive my deception, or, failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
Urianger. Forgive you, let's go. I'm a danger to those around me, no more lies. Oh. Hello, cat. What? She just came in to yell at me right in this crucial juncture. Okay, I forgive you, let's go is a very dim thing to say. Just say, like, I forgive you, let's go, and then walk away and not even wait for people to follow. No more lies is also something that he would say. Yes, kitty! She laughed again. I'm a danger to those around me is also a very dim thing to say. I think dim would go with I'm a danger to those around me ultimately.
I understand the precarious nature of thy condition. Nonetheless, it is my wish to remain at thy side for as long as I am able.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea. Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianger. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling when the light will break free again. Please, you must stay here, at least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
How can you make promises? We don't even know where to start.
Alize, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Of course I know! I know only too well! But making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple. We've all searched high and low for an answer, and every one of us came back empty-handed. I am not about to stand in his way now. Not after failing him in his hour of need. No! The least we can do is...
Bean indeed. Oh, Alice.
We will go with you as well.
No.
There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue. Lead, and we shall follow. If there is any hope to be found, then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement then?
Is there aught we can do to help?
It's the fuckface.
Though we may not know the whole story, we do know you're in for a fight. And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
You told them!
No?
No. Well, Not in so many words.
Aye, we didn't need it spelled out for us. When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it was harder not to put two and two together.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive, and I knew at once that it must be you.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, it was clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel his excitement.
Oh.
Me too! That's right!
He's so precious.
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless. So, if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
You might have invited them to join us, where there are not so many. But come, they are waiting. What is your will, O warrior of darkness?
She's so sassy. Defend the Crystarium until we return. Leave it to us. We'll see the Exarch home safe and sound. Hope for the best, or prepare for the worst. Leave it to us. Oh, they keep making me cry. Okay, I can't remember if this is a cutscene. Well, I guess worst case scenario, there's a red mage in the cutscene. Thou didst plan to commandeer it. Wow, words. Thou didst plan to commandeer an Amaro for thy journey to the open sea. I fear the following dive down unto Emmett Silk's underwater abode would drain even thy legendary stamina. I can breathe underwater. Don't even. Thus, during thy convalescence, we considered the most efficacious method for reaching the depths of the Tempest, and I believe we have arrived at an elegant solution. Yet, ere we discuss this step, I suggest thou dost conclude such pressing business as remains to thee in the Crystarium. Once the sea clotheth above our heads, we are unlikely to surface again until our grand deed is done. Ha! It worked! It worked! Now they could be proud of me. Thine affairs are in order? Then I shall unfold to thee my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there. Nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Thus I would petition the aid of one of the Fae, a being with whom I have yet to meet face to face. Indeed! I have... okay. Both my run-throughs of Shadowbringers, I have wasted all of the experience because I've just been running through on max level classes. Rather than waste words on explanation, I bid thee follow me unto a hamlet of Solon, which lieth to the south and west. All will become abundantly clear, I promise thee. I was minorly... oh, hello. I was minorly scolded for wasting all of the experience. Which is, justifiable. Cause that's millions of XP. If that guy pops up as a thumbnail suggestion, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Same. I'm like, well, here's the thing. I have classes that I'm actively trying to level and multiple classes that I enjoy playing. but I've not thought about swapping back and forth because first off, I run Dim through the story as a Reaper, canonically. So it's just weird to me swapping classes, and also he looks like a total goof in cutscenes as White Mage, which was the other class I was leveling at the time, before I got Red Mage. I also never thought about swapping to the class I'm leveling when I turn in quests, and then it was suggested to me today. So I thought I would try it. I'm still a little paranoid because I'm worried I'm going to snag a cutscene and it's going to be on my Red Mage instead of my Reaper, but Red Mage is a good looking class on him, so I'm not as worried about getting a cutscene on Red Mage as I am on White Mage. He just like grabs his stick and he's like, look, I have stick. And you're just like, yeah, Dim, I see your stick. Please put it away. Exactly, yeah, I don't know when the cutscenes are, so I'm paranoid. There, to the west. Canst thou discern the hump of an isle rising above the water? That foliage-covered mass hideth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plunge thee beneath the surface. Thou shalt soon divine the reason for mine insistence. Though it be much to my shame, I can but flail and flounder where thou mayst glide as a fish. I shall board a boat to the island and spare one and all the spectacle of mine inept strokes. Hurry on, you can't swim. Well, the thing with White Mage is you can't make it look less silly. Because I forgot he had this glam on. This is not the reason why it looks silly. This is. Even in a C pose. Oh, that is not the button I was looking for. So, this is how he stands in cutscenes as White Mage. What are you saying? Oh, hello. This can be blocked. We're going to just delete that. But yeah, he looks like a total goofus in White Mage. So, you know. Oh, there it is. But his Red Mage outfit looks pretty good on him, actually. I've been waiting for a chance to have him, like, wear it canonically. Not in the story, but, you know, just in general. And I just got a good, thank you! I appreciate that. Using your sword of banning. The power of ban compels you. Do you feel powerful now? Excellent. Power! Okay, yeah, this is his Red Mage glam. It's a good look. See, he's very snazzy. Gotta put his C pose back on. Look at it, boy. It's a good look. So this is not one I would be upset accidentally getting in a cutscene, because he looks good in it. and grabbing the weapon doesn't look stupid. I know, right? This is just the copper nickel foil or something. It's just a goldsmith weapon. Like this can be crafted by goldsmiths, and that's where you get it. But it looks really cool on him. Not like this gear, which is all bought from other stuff. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk to Alpha Nerd. Ah, there you are. Once you've completed your underwater investigations, the path here leads to the top of the island. Oh, right, I need to investigate underwater. Nyeh. Well, been cool too. Alpha Nerd! Yes, he is the king of the nerds. Two curved slabs of rocks seem squeezed together here, giving the impression of a giant stone eyelets. Eyeball. Nope. Though it appears solid enough, the rock yields slightly under your touch. Was the surface gently shifting, or was it just your imagination? That's suspicious. No. Did you get a chance to do the event quest on all your characters yet? If not, I can help you get through it really quick at some point whenever you're ready. I can ferry you over there, because it's still going to be up for a few days, I think. Wait, when does that end? Let me see. I posted that somewhere recently. 26th. Yep, it ends on the 26th. Oh, yeah, resub. I forgot about that. And Morwen got a level to 30. Okay, well, if you get your sub up, let me know. This looks like a couple shot. If you get your sub up, let me know and I will help you level Morwen, so that she can get the pretty glam. Because it's beautiful. Talk to the tall man, Dim. That's a good idea. Yeah, of course. Anytime. You got it on Jack already, right? Sorry, I needed water. Well, what hast thou discerned? Discerned that it's an ordinary island. It reminds me of a certain primal. It's just like the big one. Yes, yes. What the Dim. Okay, this is a very Dim thing to say. I kind of need to do it. Okay, good. So long as you got him on, got it on him too. 'Cause those are the two you need. I think, knowing what you've said. Ha. Thine impression is not inaccurate. According to the lore of the Pixies, we are, even now, perched upon the back of an ancient Fey entity. Its name is Bismarck. Aye, the self-same title by which we know the great feathered whale revered by the Vanu Vanu of the Source. I would enlist its aid to bear us unto the deep, and thence banish the water with an airy sphere, alike in form to the domes which do shelter the hamlets neath the ruby sea. Yeah, all you need is your twins. Them's the good ones. Them's the good beans. Within its compass, we may move unencumbered and defend ourselves until when the hour of battle cometh, as it most surely shall. Now I must needs ask for silence whilst I make my supplication. Yeah, I mean, I did it on all of my characters, but all of my characters are like... different and I'm fussy and have way too much time on my hands. Plus it takes like 5 minutes, so I just ran through it on all of them real quick.
Wir Sach, Bilan Bismail.
Oh, great and serene Bismarck. Also, all of my characters were above 30, so I didn't have to worry about that. Yeah, the copies. Unseated. We can change that. Oh shit. Long has it been since my name was called. What? I'm perfectly innocent. What did I say something? Why do you wake me, little neighbor?
Fallen si lor wislan. Ada si alina.
To the bottom of the western sea we go. Pray, lend us your back and your breath.
Van urs atslir. Olfod thim. Iri guath.
VR babies. Oh god. Oh. That would be adorable. There. Okay. I ran into a character who roleplays as a half Vera, half Mikote, and they call their character a Cabot. This world is in twilight. I wait for the sun to set. I wish only to sleep.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fae to know that didn't go well.
Alice say. We need Fae all. I know what to do. We need Fae all. I know what to do. Dim knows what to do. Fae all.
My snake yak! You've learned to call me at last!
Oh, so happy!
And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight.
Theo is wonderful.
Oh, my precious mortal, I shall help you in any way I can.
Oh, Theo!
Yes, Bismail win picked. Van dromi drom yakum.
Sleepy Bismarck, you old pixie. These are my precious, precious saplings.
Van red rithye.
Let their wish be the king's command. What a rare thing to awaken to. My beautiful king, if it be thy wish, then so shall it be done.
Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. It's only good manners.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight.
We gonna get yoked?
May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
So cute. To the western sea we go. Wrapped in my breath, I will see you to your destination, little neighbors. Everyone just sprinting for the back. cool.
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows? Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
Ah, the magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods. I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
What the? Do you see that?
What a monster! Where did it even come from?
He's so excited! Oh shit.
Whoa there!
It's not stopping!
Run.
Run! Run!
I have fulfilled my duty. I return now to the lake. I have not flown in an age. It was pleasant. May your journey be a safe one, little neighbors. Oh gosh. Wow.
The breath of Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves? The waters recede. The tempest's floor is laid bare. In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
Oh, it's gonna make me cry again. Okay, this is a turn in. Let's try it again. Let's see how it works. Full glad am I that Bismarck was true to his word. We are arrived in the Tempest, safe and dry. 'Tis here that we shall find the lair of Emmett Silk and, I believe, the imprisoned Exarch as well. I know. Girl, you need to finish. You need to finish this game. You need to. You don't understand. For an Ascian alone, it is of course a trifling matter to flee into the rift. Yet I suspect such travel is nigh impossible with a mortal in one's custody. Nay, he would not soon risk his prize when the Exarch's very body serveth as the key to the Crystal Tower and its power of temporal transportation. You need to! You need to finish it. They're about to release the next patch on Tuesday for post-Endwalker content. Thus I am all but certain that this underwater realm harboreth our friend and enemy both. We have but to find them. In the event you leave the area, speak with Inwill at Ferment Yards in Calusia to return to the Tempest. Excellent. It worked! I'm so close to level 80. Now as for where we should be looking, I rather doubt Exarch will be sitting around out in the open. I feel you there. Yeah, IRL's always crazy, and ESO definitely makes it hard to take breaks if you want to be fully caught up in that game because of how much it makes you grind. I propose we follow the slope towards the deeper trenches and keep an eye out for rock formations large enough to house a stronghold. Let's be off then, but watch your footing. The ground is still very wet and like to be slippery. Honestly, I've pretty much just kind of given up on ESO at this point. I don't log in unless someone asks me to log in. And then it would be specifically for RP. Yeah. You should! Final Fantasy's a good game. It's a blast. Heck, I got 2 more people who just decided to leave ESO and get invested in Final Fantasy. Seen one of them on the past couple days. Already, last time I looked was level 30. And they'd, like, been playing for 2 days. Never finished getting Isabel. Oh, no. I'm assuming that's something you were doing with someone else because I don't remember that, but definitely you should finish doing the things. No, the RP can take a while. Dang. 8 hours for RP, that's rough. Gasp! Flee! Oh, well, whoops. I frightened him. I know we were planning to do an RP with Jack and Jeffrey, but I don't recall someone named Isabel being involved. I'm probably blanking hard. Names are really hard for me because I'm stupid. Well, no. For some reason, names just don't stick with me. Names and numbers don't stick with me for whatever reason. Look at all these people sitting here. We got a bun, we got a cat, we got a dram gun. That is a badass glam. That's a Dark Knight, isn't it? That's a really cool look. I like that. Oh, right! Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we had been planning to finish that. No. You do need to finish that. Finless ones, they followed me. Why have you come? Was it you who took away our water? Yes, we are the dehydration. The drought has come and it is us. Ah, so this is where the Ondo make their home. I had wondered. That's true, she is an ember. Pray, forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We were not aware your people lived here in the Tempest. We need this great dome of air that we might conduct the most urgent search and thus beg you for your understanding. Chieftain, what are we to do? Squint. Are you emissaries of the Ancient Ones? I mean, I'm pretty old. The mysteries have stirred, and we have seen the illuminated land shining through the gloom of the abyss. What? If you are the emissaries, the chosen, I bid you welcome. If you are not, I bid you leave. I am not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? It would seem not. I suggest we withdraw for the moment. So, what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest lingering here. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we could call upon the Yondo's local knowledge. Yes, I'd like to know more about this illuminated land the chieftain spoke of. Could it be Emmett Salk's stronghold, do you suppose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return. We cannot dismiss the possibility, but if these Ondo refuse to speak with us... Dhim'a, do you remember my first scheme for entering Yulemoor? How I had planned to integrate myself by offering lucrative trading opportunities with the Ondo? The individual I dealt with was reticent in manner and curious in custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach, we can build a similar relationship here. What kind of approach did you have in mind? That chieftain fellow didn't leave us many options. If we are to tread the swiftest course, then we must needs locate its beginning. 'Tis plain our all-true dramatic arrival hath thrown this settlement into confusion. Were we to solve such problems as we have caused, and assure our hosts thereby that our purpose here is not inimical to them, they may yet prove amenable to reason. I smell chores, but very well, if it can be done quickly. What do you think? I have nothing better to offer, but I do worry what will happen if the Ondo's tales end up leading us to a dead end. I cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has a deeper connection to the Asians than first meets the eye. It warrants further investigation. Thus I cast my vote in favor of aiding the settlement for the time being. We'll make allies of the Ondo. Let's do what we do best. I'll do what I can, I suppose, said the lazy cat. Then it is settled. Y'shtola, pray proceed with your investigations. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. Freaking Dim, such a ridiculous furball. He's a goon. Spends half his time shenaniganizing and the other half of it moping. Dhim'a, you won't believe who I've just bumped into. This is Paz Un, the very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Yulemoor. I waited, and you did not come. Then the Mistel came, but his visits did not continue. I'm truly sorry, Paz Un. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps. Where the Dry return, a cavern to the north, is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are swifter swimmers. But now there is no water. We run, and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them. Too many. Ah, I believe I can be of assistance there. By volunteering me. And what of you, Dhim'a? If you've not found a task, you are most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate the company. Where the Dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. Alphino actually gonna go deal with it on his own? I'm so proud of him. A little boy all grown up. Norvrant Slope. Here he go. Goofy seahorse. Oh, fate joined. No, I refuse. Off we go. So I've discovered that with Red Mage, basically 90% of the class is just slide casting, which is fantastic. Because it means I get to slide all over the freaking place. I don't like standing still. I like classes that make me go fast. Dhim'a on ice almost. What? Oh yeah, because he's skating all over the place. Exactly. Now watch. Like, so I'll pop on red. You're unable to change classes or jobs at this time. Okay. Watch. Like... because he's got, dual cast. No, come back. Come back. I want to murder you. Oops. Death. And that is how you red mage. Or at least how I red mage. Which I don't know if that's accurate or not. I freaking love playing red mage though. It's so much fun. It's just like zipping around all over the place, casting things. It's so flashy and fancy. Your abilities are like rose crystals. You make a little Zoro-Z in the air. It's great. And I need to get at least one trilobite. At least one of each type of class on Dim to max level. So that I have a 90 of each. Because right now I have a 90 melee DPS and that's it on him. So I need to get a 90 healer, a 90 tank, and down I go. And a 90 caster. Which in this case will be red mage. Oh, here we go. Cutscene on red mage. You could crack their shells. You must be stronger than you look. I'm very strong. Don't let the cat ears fool you. He's a strong boy. You see, you've reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to far less threatening number. My thanks to both of you. You must have a reward. Nay, Pazoan. This was to be a part of my apology to you, remember? Besides which, the lack of water is our doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would very much like to learn more of you and your people. Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam, aimless and lost, until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood underwater, yet somehow they had been spared the scars of time and current. These structures provided shelter for my people, protections from the tempest's turbulent waters, and the predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course, and from this did they discern the truth. He looks good in that top. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers of their eternal sanctuary until such time as they returned. Thus, it is judged that your coming, and this great vanishing of water— oh, here goes the yawn— was by the ancients' design. You will find warm welcome here. Oh, if it is judged. A truly astonishing history, yet I cannot help but wonder, how will the significance or otherwise of our arrival be decided? The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in the matter. Then it would seem our earlier decision was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, Paz Oan. We will continue to do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire our help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We should return to the task at hand. Only do try not to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. Done. He's so close to 8A. Ah, Dhim'a, have you learned aught of note? Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. My eyeballs. Let me just get those for you real quick. You know, so the first time... Ooh, dishes. Very nice. Shiny. Now you can eat more food. This feels like it's going faster than the first time I did it on account of I'm not doing the Aether Current quests at the same time. Now, there are 2 tasks I would have you perform. The first requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to use this knife to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray, be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigations. Why me? Inspect the structures of the Ondo cups for distinctive features. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a building and examine it with the click. The tall, slender tower features many elaborate windows, the likes of which you have seen nowhere else. Use a knife, take some scrapings. You set the point of the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake of stone. Suspicious. Yushtola. And what have you discovered? Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. 'Twould seem the structures appeared the same to both your sight and mine. And you say you could not so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade. Dhim'a, everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is always drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties, blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power in Norvrant, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. But if not the Ronkans, then who? Who were these ancients the Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emmett Selk withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere where mortals would struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here specifically? Emmett Selk is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Ascian agenda. Or, mayhap, 'tis a place more dear to him than any other. Are you saying this was built by ancient Ascians? Could this place provide power to Emmett Selk? I couldn't say either way. Dumb. He don't know. He got no idea. It is my theory that these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the succession of umbral calamities, but here in the first, they might have remained untouched for millennia. A copy of the mural on the Katana Ravel. Emmett presented it to me during my visit to Fanau after our victory in Calusia. Almet. Words. Here in the first scene, by Emmett Selk's own words, it depicts a city of eons past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those you have just inspected? Yawn. We are close to the truth. I feel it. Let us search the surrounds for another tower, one which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I have seen, not more than sand and more sand lies to the east, and the south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. The map. I'm the map. Did you say northeast? Northwest. I would have gone the exact wrong direction. Okay, so I need to find a survey point and then use that map. Oh, hello, hole in the ground. I am glad you can't take fall damage in this game. Except for PvP. It would be a nightmare with, like, the way they have it set up with no fall damage is just a really good system. Oh, survey point. Oh, and an aether current. Aye, this is the mural writ large. Though I cannot guess at its purpose, it must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder. Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. An entire civilization, its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Ascians. And yet it did exist. They lived here, in this city. But let us focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ondo chieftain spoke of mysteries stirring, of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Thus we can surmise that what the Ondo saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lanterns, as Reen put it, than Emmett Selk himself? 'Tis almost certain he is there. On the hunt for Mr. Selk. Let's try it again. Get that XP! Get level 80! But if we are to find this stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ondo's trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. Thank you for assisting me with my investigation. I shall seek out our companions and share what we have learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your condition demands that we make all reasonable haste. If you are not too weary, it may be useful to speak to Posh Owen again and ask if there is aught else he is willing to divulge. Okay. Oh, I got all the horses from the extreme trials today. We did mount farming. So I got my first collection of mounts and the special mount that goes with it for collecting all of them. Would you like to see them? Yeah, I'm excited. Ah, Elfina's friends. You and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted. I will show you as soon as I'm done talking to him, then. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the Walls of the Forgotten? I think I've just come from there. Are they the ruins to the northwest? Yes, that is the sacred site of which I speak. Could it be that your footsteps were guided there by the ancients? I believe that it may be so. Listen and I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Grendolt. You will find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Okay, pieces. That's the wrong thing. Alright, so this one is Shiva's. Very pretty. Has ice. This one is Ramu's. Full of lightning and sparks. This one is from Leviathan. This one was the hardest one for me to get. It just did not want to drop for us. This one is Titans. This one is Garuda's, who is also a bit obnoxious, but we got it eventually. There was a group of us, so it was easy. Relatively speaking. I know, right? The effects are so pretty. This one is Ifrit's. Ifrit's is my favorite. For the base horses. Ifrit, I like Leviathans because of the water, and I also like Ramu's because the lightning's just really pretty. I have not tried them with the mount music on. That's a good idea. Also, I got the special horse, Nightmare. He dropped randomly. I got him, like, he was my second horse. So this is the special rare drop. Nightmare. Here, let's go into... So this is Nightmare's music. We got Ifrit's. Of course. Awesome. So it's all going to be the different musics from their things, isn't it? Gertrude. Titan is a jam, though. I think Leviathans is my favorite. I do need to get this Orchestrion roll. Oh yeah, does Fenrir have nice music? Oh, I'm not the biggest fan of Ramu's music, honestly. It's cool, but I don't like it in extended doses. Yeah, the purple's nice. And then here is the mount you get for all of them. This is the music? That's great. It is interesting. Oh. And we turn the mount music back off. Climb, dim, climb. Yeah, it's I like the horse. It's like a little dragon horse. It's very cool. I'm excited to get the birds. I'm missing 3 on Dim, and then I can get the fancy bird. And then I have to get the wolves. And apparently the wolves are going to be tough. I know there's mounts for the next 2 expansions as well. Because the wolves are Stormblood. But I haven't dared to touch those yet. I've heard enough about Adrian's struggle with the Shadowbringers ones. I'm like, I don't even want to think about attempting Endwalker's mount grind yet. Hello, sir. Oh, that's just great, that is. Me mind's playing tricks on me now. Look, Grendel, someone's come to pay you a visit at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or might be as your ghost, eh? Go on, foul shade. Feast yourself on me, rotten soul. Dim hasn't eaten a soul recently. It might not be a bad idea. I've got no use for it. Craftsman, what cat crafts is more pointless than a sea slug with a dom and hammer, and that's an insult to the bloody sea slugs. Grenold appears to be suffering from a crushing bout of self-doubt. Maybe you can help psych him up. Aww. One more verb? That's not bad. That's not bad. That would be cool if Tanoz would be down to help. Should poke at Tanoz and see if he's interested in, please, let me psych you. If he's interested in hanging out sometimes. He's been running a lot of content and RP with my little gang that I'm hanging out with. Hello. Eh? You wouldn't be trying to raise my spirits now, would ye? Spirit? Not what you'd expect from a servant of the Netherworld. Shock! Does it really come to this? Have we met before? There might be as we cross paths back into the Crystarium, but I don't reckon we've been formally introduced. My name's Grendolt, and this here is meant to be me underwater sanctuary, a place where I can give myself over to me work, far from the distractions of the outside world. And yet, here you stand. Now what's so damned important you dive all the way to the bottom of the bleeding tempest to bother me? Yes, I figured he probably did. I haven't noticed him on as much, but I think that's just timing and the fact that I moved worlds, so don't pay attention as much. You definitely should. I mean, the dungeons are fantastic. They're so much fun, but the story is incredible. Like, you definitely want to beat it before you end up getting spoiled, especially since they're moving on to the post-patch stuff. Ah, the Ondo's lamp. Gods curse me empty head, I've not so much as made a start. Oh, he is not happy. I'm worth less than a sea slug. Nay, the slime left by a sea slug. Me delivery dates long past, me workbenches untouched, and I call myself a bleeding artisan? You are invested. You gotta do the things. You gotta get through it. You've heard their beliefs, have ye? Bringing light to them ruins lacked a deep religious and cultural significance. It was my privilege as a craftsman to be cast with the providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion. But I just can't bloody well... My mind's a bleeding blank. It's like I've pissed away my last drop of inspiration. Oof. Let me tell you, got summat to show me. Summat as'll give me muse right good kick up the arse. Wow, why is his dialogue so hard for me to read? His shoes. Yondos want to honor the coming of these ancients, so their answering the light's got to be ablaze with the right kind of brightness. Like the spark of life caught in a crystal. But just being sparkly's not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow and sense of hardship endured. You know what I mean? It's true. Yes, blame the shoes. How dare he indeed. Your thoughts turn to Renderay and the crystal you discovered at the end of her journey. Maybe Grenold could find inspiration in that. Let the Ondo down, aye? But more than that, I've let myself down. Might as well go back to mending kettles. She'll grant out the crystal, which once belonged to Ardbert's companions. What's that you've got there? Such striking beauty, it shines with heartache and laughter and the transience of life, like the turmoil of history made manifest. Aye, I can see the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. Ah, you'd never capture such a gleam if ye labored 100 years. But bugger me if I don't mean to try. Where are me tools, goddamn me. I must set to work before feeling fades. Ah, how deep the rabbit hole goes! 4. Level 80 red mage. What? Don't mind me, just to get my new gear put on, my little red mage. Level 80 quests! I can feel it, a vision forming in me mind. Step aside, lad, and let me itching hands get to work. Don't you dare flee, you come back here. How deep does that? It goes pretty deep. Pretty deep. And done. I've taken the wonders that Crystal showed me and channeled them into a new shape, what befits the Ondo's spiritual character. Ah. That's big. Not a bad job, if I do say so myself. And to think I was this close to hanging up me hammer after studying the craft of them ancients. I've been across the length and breadth of Norbrant and gobbled up every scrap of craft and wisdom I could find, but no matter which technique I tried, me work was just no comparison. Couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. That's what he said indeed. Mystery for the ages. That's what drew me here in the first place. I built me workshop, got the fires burning, then lost me bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for the crystal of yours, or I might never have gotten it back. I won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle has been through the kind of journey they sing songs about. The echoes of the memory it holds just speaks directly to your heart. I can still feel him coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away, it's welling up stronger and stronger. Give me the chance, and I reckon we can weave the Crystal Saga into other things as well. But bugger me, I'd almost forgotten the Ondo's commission. If you could drag that lamp over to Tals Ah for me, I would stay here and dream up new armaments for you to try. You now have access to Grendel's Forge. Equipment rewards will become available for collection based on the role quests you have completed. Physical DPS gear. Ooh, Reaper. It's got the best boots in the game. Ooh, gemstone trader. Trade your by colored gemstones? I suppose I could, or rather should. That's what I'm here for. Excellent. So, you can get different stuff from here. And this all comes from fates. The bi-colored gemstones do. What is that you have there? A lamp. This profusion of brightly glowing coral-like branches is most definitely not a kettle. The sacred lamp! And the Finless One has kept his promise. My people tell me of the many great deeds you've performed in the name of aiding the Cups, and now you come to me, bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for fear is past. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the Forgotten. Gather here with your companions, and we shall speak once again of our prayers, once our prayers have been offered.
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan.
Don't be mad.
Did it belong to one of my friends?
Look, Ardbert, we needed to. I didn't have much of a choice. Thought you were always watching. Missed that part, did you?
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day.
Well, thanks.
So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal?
See, I murdered your friend.
It was Render Ray's then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking.
Oh.
I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Aww.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we've succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes, impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Are we though?
Shall we?
We're gonna go kill Emmett Silk, though. That's the plan. Dim's hunting him. He's gonna hunt down Emmett Silk with the help of the beans. I also love them. They're wonderful. The chieftain has bidden me guide your steps to the illuminated land. Come. The way lies downwards. Follow the path of coral and rock and join your comrades below. Nope, down I go. Well, that was easy. Oh. All are gathered, yes? Then I shall describe the path you must take. Enter the cavern beyond and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, find a passage to the northwest, then continue west and west and west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray into the deep. Just before the journey's end, you will find the Caliban Gap and the barrier we placed at its mouth. This obstacle will fade should you raise your hands towards it. We have made it so. A most succinct explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Right, deeper into the depths we go. Thank you, Ondo Guide. Most appreciated. I'm just gonna fling myself off of here. Oof. I like that they place the NPCs along the path so you know you're going the right way. Our guide bade us travel to the cavern floor and thence to the west. Yet 'twould seem these twisting tunnels defy such simple instruction. Rather than rely on direction alone, I suggest we scout with care and relay the path ahead to those who come behind. Oh, here's the trench. It's way too high. Ah, Dhim'a. You have a choice of two routes from here. You can take either one, take either the long way south along the rocks, or skip along this coral branch as Alizé has done. I, for one, shall be following my sister's example. Skip along the rocks. I don't want to take the long way around. There's the barrier. Oh, Alize. There you are. Come on. I think I found the tunnel we were looking for. I already lost sight of it. Oh, there it is. These manta rays are so... Stingrays. My bad. But they're very pretty colors. I like the patterns. Here we go. Here, this must be the barrier the Ondo spoke of. Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. Feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. 'Twas a treacherous path indeed. Now, I believe one of us needs but raise a hand to banish this next obstacle. Dhim'a, I elect you to do the honors. Gone, just like that. I suppose we should head in. Like as not, this tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we? There's rain. Urchin fish. Beautiful. Riange. Oh my. Whoa, those are all over. Okay. Spines of a glowy fish. Alize?
By the gods!
When the Ondo spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Then we are seeing the same view. The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures. But these... Everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Oh, it got me. Oh, it's so beautiful. Dhim'a, did you note the style of this architecture? 'Tis the same used for the remnants of the cups and the mural's painted towers. Look closely. Emmett Selk has not simply reclaimed these ruins. He has layered the semblance of an entire city upon them. Gods, the magnitude of his artifice is staggering, though it pains me to admit we did not fully understand the feats of which an old-world Ascian is capable. Thank you for the hugs. I appreciate. Oh, my heart. This is how you know you're getting to the end of story. Shadowbringers level 80 quests. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we have a closer look at the tower to the southeast? We might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. The music also gives me like Project K vibes, which is an anime that I quite enjoy. But even though I know it's not in reference to that, but it's just like my heart. It's insane. Scale of this place. Imposing door. Holy crap. Forgot how freaking short. Okay, I'm tiny. Yeah, the vibes. Just kind of those chill vibes. Oh my gosh, Dim, you're tiny. Look at the size of those doors. Now I know how pixies must feel. Dhim'a Louis, recognized. Welcome to the city of Emerald. Will you be riding the lift? What? Did the building just welcome you? Mayhap 'tis not so passing strange. Did Emmett Selk not invite Dhim'a to visit his abode? 'Tis plain thy coming was expected. And where will this lift be taking us? The lift services every level of Akora Heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yalms of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on the we, I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone. Wish to ride ground floor, now. As you wish, the lift will arrive shortly. See, Dim would also do, I want to ride the lift, I want to ride it! Can I ride it? I'd just be so excited about it. But also ground floor now works. Angie. Next stop, ground floor. Facilities include the Bureau of the Administrator, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capitol. Yeet! Oh my gosh! This freaking place is gorgeous. Look at it. It's magnificent. Gorgeous boy. Ayo. Oh my gosh. It's only at this distance that you start to realize just how big the buildings truly are. What did that voice call the city? Amarot? Look, over there. Is that a person? No, my mistake. That's a giant. Doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. Giant or no, a resident of this place may have much and more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Alpha, no, you can't just... Ugh. Pray, excuse my boldness, but might I ask you a few questions? Oh, what adorable costumes. Are you children on an excursion? This district has much to teach you. How odd. That sounded like no language I've ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Just as he understood us. And which district is this exactly? You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Polierte district, wherein lie the institutions most vital to the management of our star. Can you tell us where to find Emmett Selk? Can you tell us who rules the city? Where's Emmett Selk? I see you've come to marvel at the workings of the Convocation of 14. Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. That is a hard debate. Resubbing now or later. I guess the question would be, how long does the event in ESO run? And is it going to run past the 26th? Because if your sub is already lapsed and you need to get the beach stuff for Morwen, then you'd want to have it resubbed and get on and get that before the 26th. Thus you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be the next to impossible. Oh, I see. I gotcha. I mean, you could do either. I'll be on Bryn, but at least I think I'll be on Bryn. I don't remember which world I'll be on. There is a glam and beach party event contest thing tonight that I will be attending with a couple friends in Final Fantasy. But it's around that area as well, so you could come hang out if you wanted. Thus you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be next to impossible. You should hurry home now, before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back? No, thank you. We'll be fine. Very well. Take care, little ones. Ooh, indeed. Yeah, it's the one that I sent you. So I'm in the Discord for the group that is hosting the event. What was that all about? To my eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emmett Selk wove them from Aether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such words well befit the oblivion described to us by our Asian foe. A catastrophe of unprecedented scale, which did set in motion the summoning of Zodiark, and thence Heidelin herself. But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? That man spoke as if they were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless, for these people, that distant past is the here and now. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alphino. This ethereal Amarot and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. Amitsilk has resurrected a memory, a moment in time from before the star was sundered. So we find ourselves in a long-destroyed city inhabited by the long-departed. An unusual situation to be sure, but at least we're able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I say we use this to our advantage, split up, strike up some conversations, and see if we can't learn the location of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to wheedle out a few more details regarding this convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. To mingling, then. Let's meet back here when our jaws start aching. It's chatting time! But yeah, I'm in the Discord for the group that's hosting the event later tonight. That's what the photos I sent you of Freya were. Because they're allowing, entries through images, and you can do up to 3 characters. So I've entered 2, Dhim'a and Rain, and I may do one for Reyna, quite possibly, because there's a lot of prizes. And then at the event tonight, they're going to do an obstacle course, and people can just kind of hang out. They're saying, you know, you can. It's got some great G-pose spots. It's a good place to RP. Or just kind of gather people together for a little bit of fun. Yeah, I'm hoping it will be. It should be a good time. Especially since I have friends who are going with me. Or rather, I have friends who want to go to it. And they're like, you should come too. I was like, okay. Most important thing to do. Attune to the Aetherite. Now that I have that, I should probably call it a night, because it is getting late here for me. And, Dim needs to do the sleeps. As do I. Now that he's in a safe zone. But yeah, if you want to come to that, I'll send you information on it. I don't remember what time it's at. Because it looks like... Normally I work in-game. I have an RP job on Sundays. But it's not going to be open tomorrow. So I won't be doing that. I'll just be going to the event. Oof. Yeah, I don't blame you. 8 hours is a long time to RP. You know, even if you're loving it, like that can get you tired. But yeah, there's no pressure, no rush or anything. But you're welcome to tag along if you would like. Meet some of my friends. I've mentioned you to them a few times, so 8 hours in yeah. Oh, that's me and my friends over here. Lots of paragraph RP. But then again, Final Fantasy has a smaller word count, so you often do multiple posts. Of course! You're always invited. I keep I want to get you involved in my little RP group that we got going over here, because it's great. They're a lot of fun, and I think you'd love them and you'd have a blast. We just have to get you involved. But you have to, you know, obviously be playing the game. And I know you got stuff you're doing in ESO, so... and real life priorities. Alright. Now it's time to put the cat to bed. And the me to bed. I'm definitely not gonna log off here and then start taking a bunch of screenshots before I go to bed and not end up not going to bed until like 6 a.m. Definitely not. Yes, exactly. Be sub, balance IRL. And then, yeah, the ESO thing. I don't know. You could always do like I did. It kind of depends on, you know, what you want to do, because again, like, it's what you want to do. This is your game, your time to have fun, your hobby. So you should be playing what you want and doing what's relaxing for you. But like, I don't know. If you get tired of doing the, you know, the grindy content and the events that take weeks on end to finish, you could always just stop doing those in favor of something that's more relaxing for you. Because, I mean, completionist obviously wouldn't happen, but... yeah, I feel that. It sounds like it's been really good RP, and I'm really excited for you. You gotta be invested in that. So yeah, of course, like, I mean, if you... it's 8 hours RPs, what else? What else you gonna be doing? Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. So, I mean, like, Adrian and I have had some good long RP sessions, but even those, I don't think it come close to 8 hours. Granted, we RP in the middle of the night, so staying up that late would be not sleeping at all. Hey, yo, that's good! About time someone got there with him. He's been waiting for that a long time. The boy needs some love. Give the bean the love. I will be rooting for her and them. Oh, that's so good and sweet. Oh, I'm so glad. I love it. You gotta keep me posted on how that's going. Cause I love the way that sounds. Yes, I would love to see if you feel like sharing. I'll trade screenshots and quotes with you. Freaking Adrian keeps making me cry over stuff too. And my other friend now also. We're all just constantly making each other cry. I introduced my friend to Freyr the other night and they were like freaking out over Freyr. Every emote was met with an "oh baby." I was just kind of laughing because they met Freyr as all Freyrs begin, robbed in a ditch on the side of the road. And of course the game decided it was gonna rain, so we made it canon. I know, right? All the adorable hotties. Yours included. Alright. Yeah, I should log off here, and I'll keep messaging you though. Yes, bed. I know, right? We need to catch up soon. You need to come hang out with me in Final Fantasy again. I miss you. Alright. But yes. We do a nice sleep. Say goodbye to the cat. Good night.